When does this rally end? That's the question of the day. And in this technical analysis of the stock market video, we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average and take a shot at projecting when I think this rally is going to end. And I'm talking about the current rally. Yeah, it's the move up from March of 2020, but it's also the entire bull move from March of 2009. And I think at the same time that it ends that major leg, that major move up, it's going to end a major cycle wave up from August of 1982. All right, we're going to take a look at the Dow Industrials. We're going to look at SMH, the Semiconductor ETF. And then I want to do an update on Tesla. Take a look at it. It has exploded. Now it's been added or going to be added to the S&P 500. And since I'm looking at an electric car manufacturer, I also want to take a look at one other electric car manufacturer, NIO. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. NIO. I'll call it NIO. NIO or NIO? I'm going to say NIO. Okay. And we'll see what that looks like. That stock has absolutely been going crazy, as has many of the electric vehicles, EV stocks. All right. The Dow Industrials on Friday down 220 points at the close. They kind of sold it off in the last hour of the day in here, but the breadth was really not very strong, and the downside volume was only 55% of the total volume for the day. So it just kind of I think just a last little sell-off before the weekend. Some folks not wanting to hold it. How did it look for the week? Here's the picture for the week, down 216 points for the week. So in reality, the move that happened on Friday really tanked and took it down for basically was the loss for the whole week. Okay, let's take a look at the Elliott Wave picture on the Dow. And here's the short-term picture that I've got. I think that we're in a fifth minor wave up. The alternate count is that there's an even more bullish scenario, that you could say that this first move up in here was wave one and this is wave two. I'm going to stick with this scenario for now. We'll watch and see how the waves unfold. Right now, it seems to be playing out that way. And I think that we had this second minute wave finished here on November 12th, the small sell-off that we had here on November 12th. The only thing I don't like about it is it's pretty shallow for a wave two. It didn't even get to 38.2% retracement of wave one. So it's still possible that we have something bigger coming back down, but it would be a flat as opposed to this zigzag because of the way we rallied back. So we'll watch and see. We'll see whether this continues to hold in here. All right, let's take a look at the longer term picture, and we'll talk about that, that view I was talking about. Where does this end? This is the last leg up. I have 5 moves, 5 primary waves up from the August 1982 low. This is the 5th wave. It started in March 2009. Within that 5th wave, I believe we have 5 intermediate waves. Now, we had a very strong extended wave 3 in here. And as a result of this extended wave 3, we've got this, what I'm looking at is how do you measure wave 5? And typically what happens is 2 out of the 3 motive waves. And what do I mean by motive waves? I mean waves 1, 3, and 5. When one of them extends, the other 2 have a tendency towards equality, both in magnitude and in time. And you measure that either on equal, 100%, or a Fibonacci relationship. I'm strictly going to look at equality today and just see how does that play out. So let's look at number 1. Let's just look at time. Okay, the first intermediate wave peaked over here towards the end of April of 2010. So March of 2009 to April of 2010, we're talking about 13 to 14 months, about 13 and a half months. So if we're talking coming off the March low here, we're talking probably April of 2021 as a possible time frame for a top, and that would put it out into this time frame. Let me just zoom in a little bit. And the other thing I want to do is show you that in terms of the quality, here is where wave 5 will equal wave 1. And I'm talking in percentage moves in here. because that's exactly the way the Elliott Wave methodology works, especially when you're talking about this longer term type of moves in here. Shorter term percentage moves pretty much equal the actual math, like arithmetic, but when you go longer term like this, and especially when you have a scale that has this kind of breadth to it, you need to be looking at a semi-log scale, and that's exactly what we've got on the screen. Okay, so now right here at 31,692, that's where wave 5, intermediate wave 5, is going to equal intermediate wave 1. So where did we close? Let me zoom in. Where did we close on Friday? 29,263. So we're talking about 2,400, a little over 2,400 more points to the upside, okay, is the possibility in here. That's just one estimate, okay? That's one projection, is another 2,460 points. That is why, because we're getting really, really close in here to the end, that's why it's very critical to be really drilling in and analyzing, you know, the wave structure. What are we getting in terms of this fifth wave up in here, and how is this unfolding? And especially knowing we got a time frame, it doesn't have to take out into April 2021. Could be shorter, could be a little bit longer, but it gives us a ballpark, at least something to have in mind as a possible target. Okay, that's the Dow. Let's take a look at the semiconductors. Okay, here is SMH, the semiconductor ETF. Now, here's the count I've got from the March low in here. This is very much like the NASDAQ composite wave count that I've got. We had this very extended, just continued to push in here for wave 3. And I think we have this wave 4 that completed here at the September 24th low. And then we're pushing up in here, and I think that we are towards the end of this minor wave 3, and then we're going to get a pullback for 4 and then finish for 5. Now, I've got this structured as an ending diagonal pattern. So when I hover over this, you see how it says ending diagonal? So when I have that in an ending diagonal pattern, each one of these waves should be zigzags. Okay, so that's why I'm looking for this wave 3 in here to push a little bit higher and get above this high right here and complete a zigzag, and then we'll get a pullback for wave 4, and in an ending diagonal, this wave 4 needs to overlap wave 1. That's how it works in an ending diagonal pattern. So that's what I'm looking for on SMH. We'll see if we get a little push higher, then maybe a more of a pullback. Wave 4 should be shorter than wave 2, should overlap wave 1, and then we push higher for wave 5, and we'll see how this plays out. All right, so that's the picture there. Let's take a look at Tesla. Okay, here is the picture on Tesla, and I had been looking for, you know, this was pushing sideways. We got this triangle. I've been looking for this to break out of this triangle. I think it's done it now. It's had one heck of a move, especially this last week. Oh my gosh. Okay, this was the 16th, which was Monday. I had to look at the calendar. And then we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the big push with the announcement in here of being added to the S&P 500. So what am I looking for? I am looking for 5 waves in terms of a structure up here for the 5th wave. And I think that is going to complete this 3rd cycle wave, okay? And then we're going to get a corrective pattern. Now, the real question is, how far are we going to push in here? This is just a placeholder, okay? I am not projecting that, you know, by December, because I've got it here, I'm not saying by December it's going to be up here, okay? So right now, what's the focus? The focus is following a 5-wave structure as we come up. Once we have 5 waves complete, I think that's going to be the end of that 5th wave, no matter where it is. All right, that's Tesla. Now I want to take a look at NIO, and that's the way I'm pronouncing it. Okay, here's all the data I've got on NIO. Now, what is NIO? NIO is a Chinese manufacturer, electric vehicle manufacturer in Shanghai. And it has just been going crazy. If you look back over here, literally just over a year ago, October of 2009, it closed at $1.32 right here. It closed Friday at $49.35, $49.25 actually, Incredible. What a run. Now, I'm looking at this and I think, well, this is pretty clear in here. Wave 1, wave 2. I think wave 3 ended here. Look at this very overbought, this huge momentum measure that happened here on the RSI as it got all the way up. What was the reading? 91.6 on the RSI. I use a 10-bar RSI. That's classic for the wave 3 within the wave 3. I like seeing that. And I think this wave 3 ended here, a little sideways wave 4, and then we're pushing. I don't think we're complete. I think, I'm not sure that even this fourth wave is complete here. It could be ending in here, but I think it may come back out over here a little bit. It's really hard to tell just right now. And then I think we should have one more push and then complete intermediate wave 5. And, you know, yeah, you're going to correct. You know, these things, it just keeps pushing higher, but they also correct. And I wouldn't be surprised once we finish these 5 waves in here to see this correct all the way back down into this previous fourth wave area down here. We'll see what happens. But right now, this thing has been on fire, and that's the picture on NIO, NEO. All right, I hope you found that helpful. By the way, in the United States here, it's Thanksgiving week, and we got a holiday shortened week with the markets and everything. The markets open Monday through Wednesday, and I believe it's a half day on Friday, closed on Thursday, of course. So that's the picture. I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone will be safe and have a great time. All right, well, that's it for this video. If you felt like the video was helpful, give it the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, hit the little subscriber button there. And if you'd like more of this kind of information on a regular basis, head on over to joehenches.net. Check out the website and the membership. Everyone have a great week. We'll talk to you on the next video.